Okay, everybody. Today we're going to talk about the magical uses of the wee. We're just going to call it the wee. Okay. The hemp plant has been used for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It is incredibly durable, okay? And you can make a lot of shit with it. Hemp can be used to make oil, paper, plastic, clothing, milk, protein-rich flour, and tea. It can even be found in lip balm, bath bombs, liquid soap. Almost all components of the hemp plant can be used or processed for various purposes. Okay, the stem of the hemp plant consists of bast and wood tissue. I just wanted to let you guys know that Cannabis sativa L, which is hemp, can be used in physical magic and physical witchcraft, which is different from the Mary J, because the hemp plant does not have any THC in it that's going to make someone psychoactive. We're going to get there in a minute, okay? The oil that comes from the plant, the hemp seed oil, I love using hemp seed oil when I'm making body oils or conjure oils. It's just a very rich oil and it smells super earthy. So I recommend using that oil in all hemp products because it's a natural fiber when practicing magic. Now, let's get on to its spiritual uses, okay? Yogis and people in India, okay, like sadhus, have been using this substance for thousands and thousands and thousands of years to go into trance or to go into periods of meditation. I personally like to use the wee before getting on my yoga mat and practicing yoga. That's because it helps me manage my pain, because I have a lot of nerve damage in my spine and arthritis, and that's not something I talk about on this app. But I deal with chronic pain, and I'm a medical MJ patient here in Massachusetts because of that. It also helps keep me calm and deals with my PTSD. In Hinduism, Lord Shiva, okay, the Deva, is a person that brought the plant to earth and gave it to people as a tool in order to use to find enlightenment. So the number one uses for this particular herb is to elevate consciousness, and it actually detaches the spirit from the physical body. Literally, your spirit detaches from the physical body when you're using this herb, which is why it's very important that you're using it in a safe way. Okay, I'm 100% down for using this herb for medicinal purposes and for spiritual purposes, but just like everything else in magic, the people, places, and things you surround yourself with are very, very importante. So if you're using this substance and you're around a bunch of negative energy, that negative energy, it's going to be on you like white on rice. So if you're going to experiment using this particular plant, or you're going to use this plant for spiritual purposes, then you want to create a space, a ceremonial space, a safe space that has wards and protections. If you're a circle caster, you can cast a magical circle. You can burn incense, say prayers to your ancestors and to your spirit guides, the ones that are willing to help you work with this plant for the purposes of your spiritual evolution and spiritual growth. So this plant is for medicinal purposes, and I'm reading out of my own book, right? Antimicrobial, and it's an analgesic, it's anti-inflammatory, and it's good for the nervous system and aids in relaxation. Now, smoking this particular plant is the most common use, but I'm going to tell you, for medicinal purposes, you want to ingest it. You want to eat it through gummies or through a tincture, through an oil, an infused oil, in chocolate, right, in brownies. A lot of people don't like eating it, but unfortunately the best way to use it is by eating it and consuming it so the body can metabolize it and it's not going to damage your lungs. It's generally recognized as safe, and the problem is that people don't know how to consume this. They usually end up using too much and it freaks them out, okay? Because this plant, this herb, the wee, goes to work on your amygdala. That's what it is, your amygdala. Your amygdala is that part of your brain that's responsible for the flight or fight mechanism, producing anxiety. And if you have an overactive amygdala, this plant is going to treat it like a punching bag And that's why people feel their heart racing and they get upset and they get excited and they end up going to the hospital. If you try to use this plant as part of your spiritual practices and you go into a moment where you feel panicked or you're having an issue, do not go to the hospital. You are not dying. Drink orange juice, go outside, get fresh air, and within a matter of an hour or an hour and a half, your body will metabolize it and you will no longer be having any kind of mental and emotional discomfort. But mental and emotional discomfort is good because it helps you, it trains you to be quiet and be calm and be focused. There's a certain level of mental strength that you have to build up, a tolerance you have to build up when you're dealing with these kinds of plants, including the mushies, okay? So anyway, this particular plant also can enhance the sex magic. It's protective and it's healing. Whenever I'm smoking a joint, I will take it and I will rogate my head. I will put the smoke all up and down my body, all the way down between my legs, up my ass crack, around my back, the back of the neck, because I want the plant and the smoke from the plant to clean me off, okay, and bring a nice euphoric, relaxing mood into my practice. I just want to say something politically, okay? I think it's a motherfucking goddamn shame that I can go down to a dispensary in Massachusetts as a medical patient and pick up 10 ounces of this product and drive around in my car with it in my trunk in a paper bag and that be completely legal. And some black kid standing on the street with half of a roach in his hand will get arrested by the cops and thrown in jail for 5, 6 to 10 years. We live in a fucking systemically racist society, and this particular plant has been used to criminalize and enslave and put into prison a lot of people of color. That's why you don't want to use the term marijuana. The reason why is because that's a pejorative term. When you're talking about this plant, use its name, Cannabis sativa L or Cannabis sativa. I can't believe I have to alter my language. I have to change the way in which I speak directly to people on this motherfucking app to keep my content up. It's disgusting to me. It pisses me off. But I'm going to hope that this video is well received and you guys can embrace it, okay, without being offended, because this plant doesn't hurt anyone. It doesn't harm anyone. Anyone who is under the age of 21, just like drinking alcohol, should not use this plant because the brain is not fully developed. The one thing that it has shown is that it can send people into psychosis. And if you have a family history or of a psychiatric disorder of, I don't know why I can't think today, schizophrenia, that this plant can actually create problems for you. If you have a tendency or potentially could develop schizophrenia. So anyway, I'm just putting this information out there because I think it's helpful to people. I think it's educational. And I hope you liked my video about the wee-wee. Okay, bye.